Hey guys, we have a big day ahead of us, even though it's now the next day. Happy Valentine's Day, because it's now 1:56 a.m. And on yesterday night, I'm sorry this is coming to you so late, it takes a long time editing these and everything. I just saw, a couple hours ago, and had time to reflect on it, Captain America Brave New World. And most people that are very critical are going to give themselves a very critical opinion. I'll be honest with you guys. I'm not like most critics. I will tell you when I like things in films, and I will tell you when I don't like things in films, and I always give you my honest opinion. I spill the tea with you. No matter what Rotten Tomatoes says, I will always be honest with you guys and give you my thoughts. So we're going to do honest thoughts. I will do positives first, but first I have to explain the plot of Brave New World. So Captain America Brave New World is essentially a sequel to Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where you see Sam Wilson start over and continue his journey as Captain America. But now he has his friend joining him as the Falcon now. And so the camaraderie between these two characters and the chemistry they share carries this film. The number one thing you need to know about this film is performance-wise. This is a political thriller that brings back that Winter Soldier vibe of like epic, great hand-to-hand combat action sequences and a few surprises in there. So we're going to dive into what all that means in just a minute. So first of all, let's talk performances. First of all, this movie stars new cast member, our good friend Harrison Ford, most known for Indiana Jones and Han Solo, wants to be in the MCU, and he becomes the replacement for William Hurt as General Ross. And General Ross is a great character in Marvel Comics, and as we progress through this film, you realize that he becomes Red Hulk, which is even more interesting. But I loved Ross in this film. I loved how they gave him kind of a sense of like he is like the president, so you get kind of like reminders of a certain political individual, but also its own thing as well. And one thing I really like is that he strikes kind of an interesting relationship with Captain America, which is why we got to talk about the man, the myth, the legend himself. How does Anthony Mackie compare to Sam? How does Sam Wilson compare to that of Steve Rogers, aka Chris Evans? They're both Captain America with their own spin on the characters, but Sam Wilson kind of gives you a much more cocky, confident Captain America, but also with a lot more heart to him. Not that Steve didn't have heart, but you get to see a really great Sam. Finally, instead of just being Captain America's sidekick, this is Sam's opportunity to finally come into his own. And one of the things about this movie is Anthony Mackie shines beautifully in this movie. Throughout the first fight sequences in this movie, both aerial combat and hand-to-hand combat, he shines beautifully. And while some of the humor in most Marvel movies are hit or miss, I do enjoy a lot of the jokes in this movie, especially when it comes from Anthony Mackie training with Isaiah Bradley, the jokes back and forth, super good, super fun. I love the action sequences because they prove why Sam Wilson is different and very distinct from that of Steve Rogers. And I do think that this movie, while we don't see Chris Evans in this movie, I will be doing a video on this later in the week. I think there have been some conversations in this last week of Anthony Mackie's future as Captain America. I think we're going to be in for one hell of a showdown between our two Cap actors in Doomsday. Because I think that Chris Evans will play Hydra Cap and go up against Sam Wilson as Captain America. So Sam Wilson in this movie has, thanks to Wakanda, has vibranium wings, which is used for a lot of his combat scenes. But he also shows superior, since he doesn't have the serum, with Steve Rogers, you got kind of him almost as like an MMA fighter, always adapting his fighting style. Where here, Sam Wilson, and he's shown many different techniques in the previous movies, but he's always used the wings as like this counterbalance of his moves. Where here, Sam Wilson has used his techniques to absolute perfection. He's throwing side kicks, he's throwing jumping kicks, flying kicks, and it's all stylish and beautiful and perfect for this version of Captain America. Like just the idea of someone with wings dropping people, drop kicking, flying kicks. We could get some even flying tornadoes in the future maybe. It's beautiful and it's brilliant, and I love it all. Like this movie has, we're talking about the pros right now, but I really love the action sequences Well, some people would say it feels like a straight to Disney Plus thing. I didn't think so. I thought they were very decently choreographed. Unfortunately, there is some very noticeable green screen, which is part of my cons with the project. But I do still think that Captain America Brave New World is a fairly enjoyable movie. You can feel the reshoots, but it's watchable. And the action scenes and the chemistry of Sam and his Falcon apprentice make the movie worth watching and worth buying on Blu-ray in your actual collection on 4K. I really do enjoy this movie. The end credit scene is kind of interesting because it feels like it's repurposed Kang stuff, but I do think that it serves a purpose and we'll be interested to see where it happens in the future. I do have a couple issues with this movie before I get my final score. Captain America Brave New World does not address my biggest issue with the MCU, which is where and who are the Avengers. Or I'll do you one better, like Drax says. Where are the Avengers? What are the Avengers? You know, all those kind of jokes. But I do feel that they got to address this question soon. We're headed into Doomsday. I thought they would address it in this film. And they addressed that they want to bring them back together, but we don't know who they are. Apparently there was some deleted scenes that we're supposed to see in this movie. We're supposed to see them, but we didn't. Like I said, great action sequences. One of my issues with this movie is that they crammed too much in it. Like, it feels like it's an Incredible Hulk sequel. It's finishing off some Black Widow storylines. It's set up for Thunderbolts a little bit. It's just a little bit of everything. And it's a lot. But very enjoyable. Sam Wilson shines. Anthony Mackie shines in the role of Captain America. And I really love what they did with his character here. I think it's brilliant. And I really do enjoy it. The leader was a bit of a mixed bag for me, but I do like the character. I just wish the design was better. I'm going to give Captain America Brave New World a 7.5 out of 10. It's above average. It's a good movie. It's not the best Captain America film, but it is very enjoyable. And I think while the storylines are a bit mixed, I think Red Hulk is good minus the CGI. I wish we could have seen a little bit more of him. I think the combat is great. And I love Sam Wilson, and I can't wait to see more of Anthony Mackie's future in the MCU. What do you guys think about Brave New World? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Let me know your thoughts, as always, in the comments below. And have a great day. And remember, we're the Star-Spangled Man with the plan.